Right, here we go with what should be quite an interesting test. As you've probably noticed, it is Black Friday today. Yeah, Black Friday today, and it's lasting until Sunday in GTA Online. That means there are some fabulous discounts out there if you're in the market to buy some stuff. Now, one of the things that there are some discounts on are some of the weaponized vehicles. So I thought now would be a good time to take the best one in each kind of category and take it on a lap of my little track. So as you can see, we are starting with the Vigilante, but I also have the Toreador, the Ignus, well, the Weaponized Ignus, the Weaponized Tampa, and for reasons I don't quite understand, the Half-Track. So back to the Vigilante. Based on a combination of the Batmobile from the first films and from the Christian Bale ones, this is a really, really useful bit of kit. I don't think this one's on offer this week, but this is one that you should have anyway, because this is one of the few weaponized vehicles that you can still use in missions. So for example, in some of the Dre missions, this is just so useful. It makes them so much easier. And all of the other missions where your weaponized vehicles, you know, like your Toreador and your Mark II are prohibited, you can still usually use the Vigilante for that. So for that reason alone, it's definitely worth having. But the problem with this one is that the handling is absolutely...
it's dog shit. Dog shit!
I think disgusting is the only word you can use to describe the handling in this thing. It's appalling. It's like it's 10 metres high and 2 centimetres wide. Let's see what's going on with the Half-Track. You have similar problems with the Toreador, but they're not quite as bad. The difference between the two, the Toreador has much more sensible handling, shall we say, as in it actually works. One other significant difference between the two, the missiles on the Toreador I believe are unlimited, whereas the missiles on the Vigilante you only have either 20 or 25, I forget which it is, but I know that you have to be careful on the High Society leak in the Dre missions to make sure you don't use all your missiles too early, because they're really useful on the way back in the Vigilante. Now both this and its sister car are on sale this week. However, this is better than the Stromberg in almost every way. It's faster, it's got the boost underwater, it's a 4-seater, it has unlimited missiles. The only area in the where the Stromberg is slightly better, and this could be the placebo effect, but I think the missiles on the Stromberg have slightly more aggressive tracking than the Toreador, so it is really good for that. But unless you collect him, that's no reason to buy it. The Toreador wins hands down, however you compare these. Should we have a look, see how the Half-Track's doing? So the Weaponized Ignus isn't actually on sale, so this is a bit of a cheat. The normal Ignus is on sale, however I've chosen to use the weaponized one, which also has a HSW upgrade. Now, I referenced this in my video the other week on the Stinger, because I think this is a similar cost to the Stinger, but I think this is a much better buy, mainly because this thing is all-wheel drive, which means the handling is actually reasonable. The weapon on this, I'm going to be honest, it isn't a huge amount of use. It's incredibly powerful, but it has such a small range of motion, it pretty much just points straight in front. You can only move it a little bit to each side and up and down. It's pretty damn useless, to be fair. I'd be quite happy to have a HSW version of the normal Ignus and not have the weaponized, because I think the weapon on top, it's kind of okay, I guess. It's interesting, but it's not particularly pretty. But of all the weaponized vehicles, this one, it's as quick as the Stinger, easily, has better handling than the Stinger. This is a proper, legit supercar, which you can use in some races. You can't use it in most missions, but just for free mode, absolutely fabulous thing. Very expensive, but fabulous car. Let's check in on the half-track again. Now this is a pretty suitable time to move to the top speed test. Because you can see by the clock that the Ignus is already running away with this. I wonder how the half-track's doing. And last but by no means least, what do we think of the Weaponized Tampa? You see, I bought this thing because I like the Tampa. I think it's a really nice looking car. It is a little bit daft as soon as you start putting all this stuff on. But this is one that, like the half-track, it benefits from the bunker upgrades in that you can upgrade the normal crappy little machine guns that you get on top to the dual miniguns. And there are quite a few other upgrades that you can earn through your bunker research that make this thing pretty useful. And this is another one that I believe you can use in most missions as well. I think you have to store it in your apartment garage, but that aside, I think this is one that you can get to within missions, and it's a pretty cool car. It drives how you'd expect it to. It's a muscle car, so it drives badly, but it's definitely still worthwhile. So we're coming up to our first finisher, and the first finish is going to be the Ignus by quite a long way. I mean, let's have a look at this, what final time we actually get in. And we've got an 8:13. That's incredible. That is the fastest lap ever done. So we've got a new record holder in the Weaponized Ignus, and the Vigilante isn't that far behind. So this is a solid lap for the Vigilante, which is good considering how difficult it is to drive. We've got an 8:36 on the Vigilante. Looks like the Toreador is going to come in next. Again, another solid lap. They're all in the low to mid 8s, which is pretty good for. So that's an 8:50 for the Toreador. Tampa's struggling a little bit. Tampa's struggling a lot, actually. I think I'll speed this bit up for you. Let's just check in on the half-track. I think we'll come back and check on the half-track later. And bringing it in with a 10:15 for the Weaponized Tampa. So there you have it. That's the lap review of all the weaponized vehicles in GTA Online. Hopefully you found that useful. I hope you have fun spending in the sale. I know I've certainly spent a fair bit in the last couple of hours. So yeah, please, if you like this, drop a like, hit subscribe, dive into the comments, I reply to every comment, and I love chatting to you all in the comments. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon. Don't worry, I'm not going to make you wait for the half-track.